Hi, this is another, oh sorry about that, this is another vintage journal that I've made for my baby sister's 21st birthday. So I'm just going to get straight in. I've made a little cover. Cover was really tricky to sew, really horribly slippery material. So that's the front there. That's just here is photo mount board with a stamp, and I've put glossy accents on it so you can see it's nice and raised. Got some charms here because it's a travel journal. We've got a little boat, the Eiffel Tower, a boat steering wheel, a little key, and that says made with love. Got some nice lace, some book corners. This paper was from wallpaper from Homebase. Just stripped off a little sample, and this was as well. Okay, that's just a little note there, just saying, you know, that it's a unique journal, and does anyone like it, and you know, don't be afraid to use it. I don't want it stuck in a drawer somewhere not being used. These stamps here is with vintage photo through a create, what are they? Creative, bear with. Where is that? Crafters Workshop. That's the one. Stamps here are from this company, Silicon Stempel, and it was a travel theme. Obviously you've got the compass, the globe, travel journal, big suitcase, says Paris, Rome, Berlin, London, ticket and holiday, and journey. That's a ticket stamp. So I've stamped those throughout. These were a free download on Pinterest, and I've just got a bit of tea dye around the corner, around the edges. This is an idea that I picked up from Johanna, Australian YouTuber. She does fantastic journals. I'll try and put a link in the description. That's obviously like a little photo frame. The papers are Tim Holtz. That's a travel booklet, I think, travel or destinations theme. These are picked up from the post office. These are Tim Holtz rub-ons. Just got a little card that I've cut the corners. It's just a blank piece of tea dyed paper. And again, these are Tim Holtz Chit Chats. These are Tim Holtz, just little cards. Just an old map of my local area. I've tea dyed, little bag, put stuff in. My little sister's recently bought a tiny little printer that you connect to your phone, and you can print via Bluetooth images from your phone, and they come out about this big, so they'll be ideal for sticking photos directly onto things like this and then journaling about them. All my centre signatures are covering up all my stitching inside the envelope. So I did kind of rip the envelope and then stick it back together afterwards, so that all my centre stitching is covered. Another little photo area. These stickers come in a pack from Amazon. I think they came from China. They took a long time to arrive anyway. Again, Crafters Workshop stenciling. That's just done on my Sizzix. That was a Tim Holtz tag set. And this is Tim Holtz paper. This is a Pinterest thing. Again, that's a tag that I made. Made these myself. Little banner paper clips. Loads of room for journaling. In here it says in case of emergency, and I've just put some money in there for her. It doesn't actually amount to a lot. There's a 200 check note, which I think is about £6 something, £5 Barbados dollar, and a €5 note. So that's for emergencies in there. And again, that's a Tim Holtz rub-on. That's one of the stamps from Stamp Set, big suitcase. Again, that's just got a little card in there. We did actually go to the States a few years ago. In fact, our trip coincided with Hurricane Sandy. And the only thing that was open the day after the hurricane was the Empire State. So we did actually go up the Empire State, and I just thought I'd put that in there as like a little tuck spot. And the day before the hurricane struck, we did manage to get the very last ferry out to Staten Island. So that's just a serviette from there, which I've Mod Podged down. And that just says September 11th, 2001. We will never forget New York. I know she's been to New York, so I think she's been saving memorabilia to stick into the journal. So certain pages she will probably use for certain trips. That was from a Reader's Digest book, Robinson Crusoe. Just a journaling card. And that one, Robinson Crusoe. Little flip out. Yeah, baking powder's not the best thing to baking sheet, not the best thing to use. Can't actually stick things to it very well, so she's going to have to staple things to that, I think. So just a tip there, don't bother using baking sheet. Again, that says Robinson Crusoe. Another little photo place. This is quite a heavy watercolour paper. Again, just with some stenciling. I think that was a Crafters Workshop stencil as well. Just random words. This is a Tim Holtz sticker. This is Tim Holtz. That's a rub-on, Tim Holtz rub-on. This was a gift paper which I tea dyed. Came out quite well. Again, little areas for just photo mats really. Just plain tea dyed paper. And this one's got a little hand to indicate that you can pull that down and journal on there. Just a map. Again, I've done stamping and stenciling throughout. Photo mat. That's a little pocket. That's covering my centre stitching. Little tuck spot. Tuck spot. It flips out. And a little mat, just plain paper. Some tags on the belly band. Stamp. These little envelopes were from Amazon. Quite cute. That's been sealed down. It's a little private message from my little sister in there. I'm not going to tell her it's there. I've done this with one of my friend's journal and she still hasn't discovered this. So, you know, she might discover it straight away, she might discover it in a few weeks, or it might actually be years and years before she suddenly thinks, oh, I wonder if there's anything in there. So there's a little private note in there for her. That flips up. Tag, pocket behind. Another one of them little envelopes. So yeah, that was the last ferry out to Staten Island and the Statue of Liberty. So I've made that into a little pocket for her as well. It says, "We will never forget, September 11th. That's a little pocket in there, covering up my centre stitching again. That's another tissue paper serviette from the Staten Island ferry. That's just a London tube map that I've stuck in, and that's also a pocket behind there. As you can see, I've used Dylusions spray. It's really shiny. I don't think the camera picks it up though. These just little photo mats, little flip out. Another little pocket with a card in it, index card, another little envelope. That's from the stamp, just made it into tickets. Another little envelope there behind. These are from, that was a paper, ephemera paper. Who was that by? Paper Pizzazz. That was, yeah, that's it. Anyway, I've had this years and years. I originally bought it when I started doing card making, not realising that it was actually for scrapbooking, and I never used it, and now I go through it and the papers are ideal for journals, or, you know, beautiful papers. Another stamp from the big stamp kit I bought. It's another one of them papers from that scrapbooking book, little photo mat. Again, that's a Crafters Workshop stamp that you can see there, and I've used just a Ranger's ink to go through it. Another little photo window. Stamping came out really nice, stenciling rather. It's just an envelope. Fold out, another envelope, stamp, little pocket in there, one of the little Tim Holtz rub-ons to indicate, you know, that that's a pocket. And it ends with just a little, I think this is from came with instructions or warranty in an iPad. All the Apple boxes have got them, and I'll just glue it into the back. And it's my sister-in-law's journal as well. Didn't know whether to put anything in it or just leave it blank, just leave it empty. You know, you really do have to leave just a little bit of room for people to put their own stuff in, I think. The closure was just a little bit of satin ribbon, 2 eyelets. There's 2 eyelets for a reason. I've done one eyelet, then I've done the other eyelet, and they didn't line up. So I ended up, you know, having to do one either side, but actually it's worked out okay. It fits perfectly. And that is that. Thank you for watching. Sorry about the camera shake. And you can leave any comments, like my video, and